In a world where screens and schedules often dominate our lives, there are still moments of pure magic that remind us what really matters. This is a story about one such moment and how a tiny, scruffy terrier named Max brought a family even closer together. Picture a house like any other on Maple Street. Behind its red front door lived Tom, a father who would move mountains for his children, Emily and Jake. The walls were decorated with family photos and artwork, countless crayon masterpieces that told the story of a happy home. But something was missing. Emily, 12 years old, with braided hair and dreams bigger than the sky, had been spending more time alone in her room lately. Her father would catch her staring out the window, watching the neighbor's cat prowl through the garden. Meanwhile, 9-year-old Jake had filled his school notebooks with more drawings of dogs than math problems. Tom noticed these little signs, these quiet wishes his children didn't speak aloud. As autumn painted the neighborhood in warm colors, he began his secret mission. Every lunch break, he'd slip away from his office to visit the local animal shelter, Hope's Haven. The shelter was a symphony of barks and meows, each animal with their own story to tell. But it was Max who caught Tom's eye, or rather, his heart. A small terrier mix with fur that stuck out in every direction, like he'd just survived a playful tornado. His tail wagged with such enthusiasm it seemed to propel his whole body, and his floppy ears perked up at every sound.
He came to us 3 weeks ago. He's got enough energy to power a small city, but he's also the sweetest thing. Never meets a stranger.
Tom knew immediately. This wasn't just any dog, this was their dog. The following Saturday arrived wrapped in golden sunshine. Tom had barely slept, feeling like a child on Christmas morning. He gathered Emily and Jake in the living room, their curiosity bubbling over as they sat on the well-worn couch.
Is it a new bike?
Are we going to Disneyland?
Tom just smiled and walked to the front door. The moment he opened it, time seemed to slow down. Max trotted in, his collar jingling like tiny bells, his paws making a gentle clicking sound on the hardwood floor. For a split second, there was complete silence. Then the room exploded with joy. Emily's carefully maintained teenage composure melted away as she dropped to her knees, her eyes shining. Jake let out a squeal of delight that probably broke sound barriers. And Max's tail began wagging so fast it became a blur. In that moment, their house became a different place. It wasn't just walls and furniture anymore. It was now a home filled with the sound of paws on floors, the jingle of a collar, and the laughter of children playing with their new best friend. Some might say it was just a father adopting a dog for his kids. But it was more than that. It was a reminder that sometimes the biggest changes in our lives come with 4 paws and a wagging tail. That love can be found in a shelter, waiting for the right family to come along. And that sometimes the perfect addition to a family isn't perfect at all, just perfectly right.